Alright, hello everyone. This is Rich, and this is my DVD update for June 30th, 2009. Alright. I am going to do 4 in this one, and then 4 in a part 2. Because apparently not everyone likes my DVD updates. Maybe I don't explain enough about them, or maybe I just suck at DVD updates. I don't know. But I figured I'll try this. First one is one that I talked about in a review that I did yesterday, but it's called World Gone Wild, and it stars Bruce Dern, Catherine Mary Stewart, Adam Ants, and the late Julius Carey III. It's a post-apocalyptic film, which, what do I want to say with this one? Which where water is like the main commodity. Essentially, it's a post-apocalyptic movie where there was a world war, like World War III, and it hasn't rained in like 50 years or so. So with that, so water's like the #1 commodity in the world because everyone wants it, everyone needs it. So what happens is there's a community that Bruce Dern's character, which is kind of right there, he has a community where there's water coming out from a spring, and Adam Zant character wants to get it from him because he's like a cult leader, and he wants, he goes into this big city to get a bunch of, like, muscle-bound characters to help defend his community and whatever against Adamant. It's interesting. I talk more about it in my review of it. I already talked too much about it, I think. Yeah, it's alright. I liked it a lot. It's a lot better than a lot of post-apocalyptic movies. Made in 1988. World Gone Wild. Next is a Rifftrax I got for Batman and Robin. Now, if you don't know what Rifftrax are made by the guys who did Mystery Science Theater 3000, and they take like newer movies or movies that are like more popular but they're bad, and they make fun of them as the same way they do with Mystery Science Theater. And you can get Rifftrax at rifftrax.com. It's awesome. But essentially they make fun of, as I said, Batman and Robin. And if you've seen Batman and Robin, it's ripe for parody. Especially with every single line that Arnold Schwarzenegger does is a pun about ice or cold or Arctic. It's really funny. The fact that there's like bat nipples and like outlines of bat crotches and bat asses, and it's really ripe for parody. A lot of people really do hate this movie. So yeah, Batman and Robin, awesome film. Well, not awesome film. Awesome Rifftrax, let's say. It's one of the funnier ones. I'd say the funniest ones, if you went to go look for Rifftrax, are Troll 2. They did one for. What was the other ones? The Harry Potter ones are pretty funny. They have, I think, Harry Potter 1, 2, and 3. I forget the alternate title with them. I know the last one's Prisoner of Azkaban, Sorcerer's Stone, and Chamber of Secrets. Yeah, they did all those. And Transformers is really funny because they just like overacting by Shia LaBeouf. Oh, it's awesome. So totally recommend Rifftrax, and I recommend Batman and Robin on the Rifftrax. I don't recommend Batman and Robin the movie regular, because that's just killing yourself. This one I got on a recommendation from a friend because he knew I liked Troll and Troll 2, and he's like, there's a Troll 3 out, but it's not called Troll 3. And I'm like, okay, well, what's it called? It's called Contamination .9 or something like that. And I'm like, alright, well, I'll go and see if I can find it. I couldn't find it, at least under that title. I couldn't even find it under title Troll 3. Apparently, it's made by Full Moon, but it's not called Troll 3, apparently, and it's not even called Contamination. At least the version I found wasn't called Contamination. It's called The Crawlers, which has less to do with Troll than Troll 2, if that could be believable. At least they have goblins. At least that's in the same realm of this. This has absolutely no trolls in it, nor does it hint that there's trolls in it. Nothing about trolls. The closest thing is about trolls is that there's killer vines in this movie, and killer, like, roots. From what I remember this movie, it's pretty much like a toxic waste company is putting, you know, toxic chemicals underground, and they react with the soil, and killer vines and killer plants and shit happen. This is more on the lines of another Full Moon movie that I remember seeing called Seed People than it has to do with Troll. Just me with that one, but this movie, I mean, it's alright. Like, it's an alright, like, Full Moon. I'm pretty sure it's this Full Moon, or it's released by Full Moon, or something like that. But yeah, it's good. It's good for, like, a movie, like, about killer vines, but it's not Troll 3. It's not Creepers. I don't know. I liked it. It was alright, but like it's, as I said, it's definitely not Troll 3. There's a movie that has a troll that was in Troll 2 that I remember, but I forget the name of it, and it had to do with like magic and like a Conan type character. Last one is a German film I've found. I found this on, I think, the Horror Carnal, which is called Waldile, der Schlimme Killer Hund, which is like Cujo if he was a Scottish Terrier. And this movie's terrible. Like, I actually had to write, like, what this movie is kind of about right here. Usually I could find something online, and the closest thing I found online was a German review of this movie, and I put it through, like, Babelfish, and even that, like, they were like, this movie's terrible. What I write down here, it's, the movie's named Puppy. It's not even listed on IMDb. Apparently it's a real obscure rental film from Germany, and it translates roughly into Doggy, the Mean Killer Dog. As I said, it's essentially Cujo in a house killing co-eds, and I remember somebody gets like the dog like bites off a man's penis in here, which is really funny. It's one of those zero budget type films, you know. It's probably shot in like a weekend or two. But it's worth a watch if you could find it. Waldile, der Schlimme Killer Hund. Totally recommend this if you like for obscure movies, if you could find it. Alright, that's it for my part 1 of my DVD updates for June 30th, 2009. Thanks.